Paige, what do you think Coach Wnba would say about the defense being played in this game?
Just complete awful, disturbing demonstration of basketball on both ends of the floor. Actually, we're making a lot of shots, but it's probably because our defense is trash. So.
Hey, this is Van taking a walk. Oh, I'm gonna have a long discussion today. Y'all gonna have to understand. Let's talk about the WNBA. Seriously, let's talk about the WNBA All-Star Game. I hate to be on the negative side of things, but last night was a shit show. Now, today's sports today to me is meaningless. I think the players, it's all about the money. I understand that. I mean, they had the baseball all-star game. I didn't even watch it because you don't even know who play on teams anymore. I remember going back to 1999 WNBA. At one point, I was representing a player that came out of Virginia. She ended up playing for the Charlotte Sting. Her name was Tora Suber, number 7. That was my first interaction of trying to represent a player in the WNBA, and then she introduced me to a friend of hers that played on the Utah Stars named Dina Head. Then she introduced me to Tina Thompson from the Houston Comets. But I can remember back in 1999 when the WNBA was in its infant stage and, you know, was trying to get Tora merchandise deals and stuff like that, and it just wasn't there for the girls. They had a thick contract. The girls basically was averaging $1,000 a game. They had no union. A coach could fire the player. That's how bad it was in the beginning. And they had the other league that Dawn Staley played in. And they folded that league and brought a lot of the girls over from that league to the WNBA. A whole lot of BS was going on. Billy Hunter was the union rep. I remember when all the team captains, when they was having the union vote for the WNBA to have a union, it's supposed to be a secret ballot. And it seemed like some of the players that represented their team got eliminated from the league. I know Rebecca Lobo didn't get eliminated, but some of the girls who was representing their team when they was going for the union back in 98, 99, they got kicked out the WNBA. Because I know Tori got traded from the Sting to the Comets. This is after the Cynthia Cooper and them winning ways. But just to go back and see what's happening today, and I hear somebody say, well, the All-Star game was great last year. They was pressing Caitlin Clark. No, last year's game was totally different because it was the veterans versus the rookies. And the veterans definitely had something to prove to the rookies, even though the veterans lost. Yes, I can understand players not wanting to play hard so they won't get hurt. But okay, let's just go back and look at it on the offensive side. Kobe Bryant tore his Achilles tendons on offense. Nobody touched him. Damian Lillard tore his. Same way. Nobody touched him. Jason Tatum tore his on offense. Halliburton, offense. So you don't mean to tell me when this shit show last night, what it was, call it what you want, to spend money just to see a bunch of players shoot the ball. Jackie Young played 53 seconds, took herself out the game. Asia Wilson basically played a couple of minutes. Seemed like the only one who took the game seriously in any capacity was Skylar Diggins, who she had a triple-double. I mean, she actually was trying to play the game. But the first foul in the whole game, besides what Kelsey Plum did with Asia Wilson on the sideline, the first foul in the game, what was it, like a minute left in the game? 1 minute, the first free throw. So basically, we just sat up here and somebody said, well, you know, it's an exhibition. Okay, go watch the Harlem Globetrotters. There's no way in the world people should be spending all this money just to see a bunch of athletes shoot the ball. Is this what it comes down to, just shooting the ball? This is what we teach in the younger generation of kids. Basketball is about shooting the ball. And then for AT&T and the WNBA to implement the stupidity of the 4-point shot. I guess that was built for Caitlin Clark to bring excitement to the game. I can understand them playing the first half and everybody's having fun. But at some point, when it's going to become serious skill set and while you on this court, they need to go back to East versus West. Stop letting these players pick players to put on their teams. Take it back to the East versus West. Let these players know you don't have to go 100%, go 50%. If you're going to get hurt, you're going to get, it's meant for you to have an injury. Because remember, Kobe and all these players got hurt on offense. How many people took 4-point shots last night? Let's be real. Let's be serious. Collier, Nafisa, she was trying to play the game to a certain point. Yeah, I can see the girls having fun. I can understand everything of this generation. But this is what we're trying to teach the young kids. Oh, I can get in the WNBA, girl, I could just shoot the ball. So there's no extraction of, what about some defense to keep the other team from scoring? I mean, when the NBA went to over a team scoring 200 points in an all-star game, and it's just a bunch of all-stars shooting the ball. When it's gonna become, when my day, East versus West. Oh, nah, man, that was a challenge. My Eastern All-Stars versus the Western All-Stars, they went out there to play. Today, it's a gimmick. And it's sad that we got to sit up here and be forced this upon us in sports, especially women's sports. I know all the announcers and sport analysts, they got to be cordial. Because if you would have asked them truthfully how they felt about this, without being fired or fined, they'll tell you the truth. It was trash. Pure garbage. Like, I sat there and watched it just like, damn, is it going to get any better? They asked Paige Becker what she thought about it. She said, I enjoy being here, but ain't nobody playing no defense. It's nothing, just shooting the ball. You go, I go. You go, I go. You go, I go. Listen, that's not being an all-star. That's just a bunch of favorite players on the floor, shooting the ball, running up and down the court, taking it easy. But yet y'all want more money, which I agree that y'all should earn money from certain things in the WNBA. But also, let's just think about this here. I wish some of y'all would get off that Caitlin Clark train. Because again, she's on the losing side. You know, I know she picked a certain amount of plays because she expected to play and have the ball most of the time. You know, to see the 4-point shot it's just trash. Now everybody think they can just shoot the ball. No interior offense, no mid-range game, none of that. None of that was around last night. Well, you know, the players is trying to not get injured. You can get injured on offense. But who am I to talk? But, you know, I'll be right back. Check out some of the parts, episodes from the game last night. This is Van, Rock Bottom Sports, WNBA All-Star, My Complaints.